All right, guys. So I watched episode 6 of Star Wars Skeleton Crew, and I have some mixed feelings on it. So, on the one hand, looking at this episode in a vacuum, it's good. It's a good, solid episode of the show. I really like what they did with the kids. I liked what they did with Jod and whatnot. My main criticism, though, is what's not there. Like, we only have 2 more episodes left, and I'm now getting really scared that the whole Adin subplot with the parents is just not going to end up being particularly engrossing or as intriguing as we maybe were hoping it would be at the beginning of the show. Like, if you're going to have because like the throughout this whole show we've been going like, oh, I wonder who's like controlling Adin. I wonder like who's going to be in control. And I feel like that's a mystery that they just should have been building up to, like, throughout the whole season. I feel like I thought they were going to maybe go towards this almost like authoritarian rule sort of situation where Adin was actually more sinister than we would have thought. I thought there was going to be something like that, but and I guess all of that could still be there, but like, if you actually want me to care about it, and if you want me to actually be interested in it, it's just something that you should have built up throughout the season and not just potentially in the last 2 episodes. It kind of reminds me of Loki season 1, where the Kang was this whole like mystery guy throughout the whole thing, and then like at the end of it, it's like, hey, look, it's me, it's Kang, it's here, I'm here now, but like, you didn't do anything throughout the season to make me care about Kang. So, at least for me, I know for most people, the season 1 finale was like cool just because it was Kang, but from a storytelling perspective, I was disappointed in it. So, I don't know. We'll see what they managed to do in the last 2 episodes. Maybe I'll be wrong about this, but the whole Adin subplot with the parents just seems like wasted potential, in my opinion. Anyways, let's get into what was actually in the episode. So, the episode opens up and the kids are screwed. There is also like a weird like time jump where it's like, we don't know, I don't think we know like exactly what happened after Jod betrayed them. Sorry, I had to respond to a message there. But yeah, like the last we had seen, Jod was betraying them. But then like at the end of this episode, they're like sliding down these like tubes, these pipes. I don't remember like how that all happened. I don't think they showed it. I'm pretty sure the last episode just ended with Jod like grabbing the lightsaber, dramatically, and then they're just like sliding down these pipes. So there's a weird time jump there. I guess it's fine. Like, it's not. I guess we can fill in the gaps. Like, yeah, they found a way out of the thing, but I don't know. It was just weird to me. And then Jod, he also escapes, but then he immediately gets caught because the guys were waiting there because the bounty hunter lady called the pirates and whatnot. So that was that made sense, right? And what is it? K-33. What the fuck is the droid's name in again? I don't know. Listen. Star Wars names are dumb. I don't remember them. Anyways, he immediately gets blasted. So I don't think he's dead, but he's out of commission as of right now. I will say, so at the beginning of the episode, sorry, at the beginning of the episode, there was like this weird tension between the kids. And at first I thought it felt a little forced. It kind of felt like they were just like having them argue and fight. And like it felt like they were having KB have some sort of tension with Fern just for the sake of having tension. Because I don't know, it didn't feel like naturally written and paced that they would reach this breaking point throughout the season. But I will say later on, I think they make it work at the end of the day. But then it cuts to like Jod. He's about to get thrown out the airlock, but then he gives this like speech going all like, you guys are poor and the galaxy doesn't care about you and you don't have anything? What if? What if I brought you to where these old Republic credits are from? We can get rich, guys. And then everybody's like, yeah, that was a good speech. Let's not throw him out the airlock. So it seems like Jod is going to be taking the pirates to at Aden. I'll be very curious to see what happens at that point. Does at Aden have like a military of some kind? Do they have like defensive measures? Like, will they just kill all the pirates in order to maintain their secrecy? I don't know. Again, like, I just feel like we should probably know. I feel like they should have been teasing, and like teasing like what the leadership of Aden looks like, and maybe had it be more of a sinister sort of thing. I don't know. I feel like that would have been interesting, but they just refused to elaborate on what the deal is with Aden. I really like this scene where Fern. We learn more about like what she is. So I think she's human, right? I don't think she's a robot, but it seems like either she was born with like some disabilities of some kind, or she got in some kind of accident. But now she's basically a cyborg, and she had she had to repair these things in her head. And so Wim decided to, or not, he didn't decide to, but he helped her. I don't know. This sounds weird to say he decided to, but no, he helped her repair like this like thing in her head. Oh, I forgot to mention they fought, and then they decided to like split up, where like Neel went with Fern and KB went with Wim. Again, it felt like kind of I don't know, it felt a little forced. But then this scene here, I think, kind of gives us some context, right? Where KB, she feels like almost like a person with a disability. Like, she feels embarrassed by it, and she doesn't want to like tell Fern that, that she can't keep up with her and whatnot. And it's like that actually, I think that provided the necessary context. I think it makes sense for like kids to think that way, even though it's obviously illogical. It makes sense that a kid would feel that way. So this scene, honestly, like this scene, like saved the episode for me. It made the whole storyline with the kids make more sense. I even like Fern and Neel's little adventure here, where Fern, obviously not knowing that KB felt the way that she did, but she ended up like not shitting on Neel just because he couldn't keep up with her. He decided to like tie him to her with a rope and whatnot to help him climb up. So I thought this whole thing was kind of cute as well. Now I have a question. This seems stupid. So Fern makes a little hole in the sand, and she gets Neel to to like melt down these like cables, and then put the magma into this hole to make this key thing. It wouldn't like what like is that just like a thing in Star Wars where magma or whatever like hardens quickly, because it hardened way too quickly, and Neel just like immediately grabbed it with his hands. That felt really dumb. I don't know, maybe that's a thing in Star Wars. I don't think it is, but I'm just gonna allow Star Wars fans to elaborate. I like the crab. That being said, this was like the most like we do not have that much of a budget here, so it felt like there was just like they would show the crab for like a second and then cut away from the crab. Okay, the crab is gonna like swipe at the kids, but we're only gonna see like a little bit of his claw. We do not have the budget to show like too many full screens of the crab. It can't be on screen for too long. So I like the crab, but it felt a little too TV for me. It kind of took me out of it a bit. But anyways, I like the wholesome scene where they all get together again, and Fern is like, "You're the best, KB. You should never feel embarrassed. I'm your friend." And they all hugged, and it was cute. And then they're all friends now, like actually all friends. I think and they all work together to get the ship out of the trash compactor. They like strip the hull or whatever, and so now they kind of have a new ship, and it actually looks cooler, even though their defense is probably not as good. So yeah, overall, some messy things about the episode, but at the end of the day, I liked what they did with the kids, and I like the whole them building up their relationship a little more. I thought all that was very cute. And yeah, my main criticism of the show so far is that at Aden is just not the potential of what they could have done with that is just not really being fulfilled. But yeah, we'll see what happens, and let me know what you think.